This will be a day these children will never forget. Today they will escape from the concrete and grime of a Liverpool tenement block. There's an outing on for the kids of Scotland Road, or Scotty Road as Liverpudlians call this area on the fringe of the city's dockland. They're not going very far. It's only a few miles to Formby, about half an hour away. But no wonder the kids are happy. They're off to a place which could be 1,000,000 miles away from their homes in the Scotty Road.
We're on our way to Formby, we shall not be moved. We're on our way to Formby, we shall not be moved just like a tree. Let's go to win the FA Cup. We shall not be moved. Liverpool!
You see, Formby's beside the seaside. There's a real beach at Formby. There's soft sand and a place to run. The air is clean and fresh. Some of these kids are enjoying a day on the beach for the first time in their lives. And so if you've never dived in the sea before, who cares about wearing a cossie? They may not get to the seaside often, but these kids like to travel in style. A mobile chippy wagon has rolled up from the Scotty Road to provide a somewhat greasy picnic, which wasn't hard to arrange. But would you believe the kids happen to own it?
Back in a straight line. Now come on.
They own the buses too, which is what's so special about this seaside excursion, what's so unusual about the people who made it possible. Back home in the Scotty Road, a garage is the headquarters of a unique organisation called LCT, Liverpool Community Transport. It's owned by everyone in the area. LCT provides a free transport service. One of the men who runs it is an ex-teacher, Bill Murphy.
We started off about 2.5 years ago with one van, this van here. And now, 2.5 years later, as Liverpool Community Transport, we have a bit more.
The bit more is an impressive fleet of buses, coaches and vans, which are all owned by the Scotty Road community. They're parked in a garage given to them rent-free by Liverpool Corporation. They got most of the vehicles for nothing or for their scrap value from local transport firms, and mechanics in the community repair them.
Steve, have you got...
LCT gets $2,000 a year from a pools millionaire, but people like Bill Murphy have become professional scavengers in order to provide the transport free. He roams around the scrapyards looking for spares on the cheap.
How much?
I couldn't tell you. You have to see me, Dad. You know, I don't suppose it'd be anything to you.
It was Murphy, a tough Irish Liverpudlian, who first realised that a revolutionary idea like a free transport service would cater for the special needs of people, particularly the young people, in an area like this. Crammed into this repressive environment is a community of 14,000, mainly of Irish descent. In many ways, they're the real native Scousers. They're cocky, witty, rebellious and proud. There is little reverence for the law and few recreation facilities to keep children off the streets and away from trouble. Boredom, frustration and poverty leads to vandalism. Children who rarely experience beauty cannot respect a concrete jungle, which is all they've known since birth.
To grow up to be a whole and complete person, you need a whole variety and wealth of experiences. This could be climbing a mountain, walking on a beach, swimming, all sorts of things that don't exist in Scotland Road. There are few or no playgrounds, no trees, no grass, no streams. children have a right to certain kinds of living experience, to grow up to be whole people. The children have rights to walk through fields of grass, to wade in streams, to swing from trees with ropes, to build tree houses, to look at crabs on the shore, to catch fish, to do all the things that this area can't give them.
That's why Murphy and others realise the importance of an everyday thing like a bus.
This vehicle is in fact a means of liberation for a lot of people. They own it, it's theirs. When they say they want it to go somewhere, it goes. It stays there until they want to come home. They can control it, they use it, it belongs to them. An ordinary family would have a private car, and with that private car they give their kids certain privileges. This bus gives the children around here certain privileges.
There are privileges for more than the young. These pensioners with their sons and daughters are off for a booze-up in Birkenhead across the Mersey. They travel for nothing in an LCT coach. If you're moving house or need something delivered, then there's an LCT van to provide a free removal service and someone to help manhandle the furniture. The most ambitious community project ends here, at a lane in Dorset, 300 miles from Liverpool. Every week this summer, an LCT bus has brought 50 to 60 people at a time from the Scotty Road on holidays. They borrowed a school and the use of the grounds in return for a little redecorating. Most of these families have never been away on a holiday together before. They simply couldn't afford it. On this LCT holiday, the cost per person for a week is exactly £3. So the entire family, mum, dad, the kids, even granny, can come away together, just like a family should.
A holiday in Dorset is something people in Liverpool just never dream of because of the distance. You know, you get about one family in about 50 might just manage to get to Blackpool or might just manage a caravan in North Wales. But Dorset, the south of England, is just something out of reach. We don't just move people in the buses. We're given in Liverpool, before we come down, free bread from the bakery, blankets by the hospital, fruit and vegetables from the vegetable markets, got our own prams, our own equipment, our own freezer, and we've brought all this down in the bus. And then not only that, we find wherever we run a holiday, we've got to have a bus on the site to take people to the beach and take the parents to the pub at night, because parents are great in the day and they just want to give their kids a holiday. But you find at night they've been with the kids all day and they want to get together, and somehow, just being out in the country in the darkness is just, it's too new an experience to face people with straight away. So you've got to get the parents out to the pub at night, so you've got to have a bus, and you've got to have a bus to bring them back, because they're not going to walk 4 miles and they're a bit bevied.
So a bus can give kids a chance to play in a new world they never knew existed. And apart from holidays like this, LCT take people to their own caravan site in Wales, and they're buying a house there too, to use as a holiday centre. The incredible thing is that the people of the Scotty Road have achieved all this on their own. These ventures aren't run by established welfare organisations, by charities, the church, students or trendies with a social conscience. LCT is theirs and nobody else's.
Most people in an area like this have spent their lives being controlled by the local council, by teachers, by housing officials, and now, for the first time, they are the people who collectively are controlling something. I've seen a holiday camp in Dorset run by local people without a social worker in sight, and run in a far quieter, happier, better way for all the people concerned. And this complete independence of spirit that's coming out of these kind of activities, it's amazing me, quite frankly.
LCT hope that their free transport idea will spread. The buses are certainly available. Here in Liverpool, like everywhere, they're scrapping conventional buses years before they're worn out to replace them with the new one-man operated vehicles. LCT believes that instead of scrapping the buses, they should still be used for the good of communities like the Scotty Road, that there's no reason why every tower block, tenement or every street shouldn't have a bus of its very own, and their ambitions extend far beyond even that. So from a community scouse van to a bus fleet, to community scouse caravans to a holiday centre. And things may not stop there, you know, because at present they're looking at some old passenger boats which are up for scrap and think they might just be able to raise the money to buy one. So who knows, perhaps one day we might see a community scouse holiday cruise liner carrying thousands of happy Liverpudlians away from the Scotty Road, down the Mersey and into the sun.